Hello everyone, Seth here from CubeTech Productions, and this is not where I'm usually standing. I'm usually sitting behind my computer and doing all that computery stuff. But I thought I'd kind of break the flow and try out sort of a different video style for today. We're gonna be doing an unboxing of this, the HyperX Cloud. Now, when I think HyperX, I think memory, because Kingston manufactures HyperX RAM. But I didn't know that HyperX is overall just sort of their gaming division and that they manufacture other products. So I'm kind of curious to see how this turns out. Apparently it has some pretty good ratings. While I love my Logitech headset, it's the wireless one that I can walk around the house while I'm talking to people on Skype calls. But this will kind of provide a somewhat different experience, more of a quality-driven, comfort-based experience. And I really just can't wait to open up the box because I'm curious to see how they package this. For those of you who don't know, particularly in computer products, when they package something, the amount of packaging or the style of packaging that they use often reflects what they think about this product. So if this happens to be, kind of neat packaging, which I don't know if it is yet, if it happens to be really, thought out packaging and, very lavish almost, I guess is the proper word, then you can tell that they think very highly of this product and that they want the unboxing to be as much of an experience as the product itself. Without further ado, we're gonna switch sort of camera views here and you're gonna kind of see a top-down sort of thing as I unbox this. So 3, 2, 1. Okay guys, so here we go. We have our HyperX Cloud here. Now, just kind of a note on unboxing. I've sort of already gotten this part open, so I've cut this open with the tape, so I know I can actually get it open. But we'll see how frustrating it actually is to unbox this thing. So obviously when we open it up, just sort of feed this through, open up the little cardboard tongues, if you will, and immediately, this is kind of interesting. Looks like they sort of have a box within a box. So, we'll see how this works. Ooh, that's tough to pull out. Ooh, wow. Okay. Well, there we go. Obviously, we've already got some interesting packaging here. I mean, this box is just empty at this point, so we can kind of just sort of chuck this to the side, off screen. And, yeah, I'm kind of interesting sort of design choice for the box. More of a presentation, if anything. Let's go ahead and pop this off. Feel delicate, like I'm opening up a treasure chest or something. And immediately they have a note here. And now, what should be the main event, I love how they have this little paper covering for the notes that doesn't get faded out. Headset information guide, stuff like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and multiple languages too. And then take off this, which I think, ooh, there we go. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can center that just a little bit for you guys. That is pretty sweet right there. So I'm kind of curious if they have like a contents, because I see immediately this plug here on the side. I'm not sure what that's for, but my guess it's some kind of splitter. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe stereo inputs or something? Here we have our microphone, which actually plugs into the side of the headset. I kind of like that you can, add and remove the microphone as you wish. It's sort of, you can kind of customize your experience. If you're not using the microphone, just get out of your way and be done with. And then, let's see. They give you these cloth earpieces that you can use instead of the leather ones that it look like come installed by default. How those get installed exactly, I'm not quite sure yet. So we're gonna go ahead and set those actually like this to the side. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. So, all these cables spill out. It looks to me like they give you an actual cloth carrying bag for this, with a Velcro seal on it for a small pouch down here for all the accessories. That is really impressive. They really want this to be something that you can kind of take on the go and, as you move from place to place. I think it's definitely something that's kind of designed in common with like college gamers, because that's sort of the gaming experience, the age demographic that would buy this sort of headset are obviously going to be the kind of people that are going to be moving around a lot. So, but you know, it's still an amazing thought. Oh, so here's like an audio control box sort of thing. I don't know exactly what this is. I kind of wish they had a manual. It might be hiding underneath all this foam. So we're just gonna go ahead and set that right here, as well as we have our extension cables for that as well. And this looks like a handset splitter adapter. Okay. Go ahead and set that right there as well. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and take this out, and this is the real deal right here. So obviously they have your headset stuff right here, but man, that is really super comfy. Already, like, I'm just holding it and it feels like it's gonna be really comfortable. And there's of course your HyperX branding. Make sure this is, I think it's in focus, but we're good. And they have like a little plastic shielding on the side. But you kind of scoot this off to the side, and the way this box is molded, I half expect this other side to come off, but it doesn't look like it does. Although I'm kind of glad, that's really an attention to detail sort of thing, because anyone else wouldn't have put this bottom half on to make it feel complete. They would just kind of leave it there. Anyway, let's go ahead and set this like that. Got the box here off to the side. Here's your microphone, which I believe plugs in maybe there. I'm not entirely, oh yeah, I think so. I think that's it. I don't know if you guys can see my head when I go down like that. Actually, we're gonna do this. There's that. I'm not quite entirely sure what to do with all of this yet. And you know, when I removed this foam, I was half expecting a manual of some kind, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get it. Unless the manual was literally just everything that they had right here. Yeah, they don't really give you much information in the box about the product that you have, which is somewhat disappointing because, you know, you have all of the stuff that it gives you, and then you're not told how to use it at all. You're just sort of given everything. So, I mean, I know these are the headphones, and this is this, you know, the microphone. But apart from that, all of these, I'm not exactly sure how they're connected. I mean, I think the box actually says something. Let me go grab the box really quick that I haphazardly tossed in the corner. Yeah, they don't really include a manual. So unless I'm really missing something, I mean, this doesn't come off, does it? No, it looks like it's kind of glued on there. So, but yeah, anyway, even though I kind of have to figure out what all of this is, I'm still really excited to get to see all of it and make sure it all works. And oh, that's really nice placement on the camera. And make sure it all works, because, you know, this looks like a high quality product, and it feels like one too. Just the way they build everything, it feels nice and sturdy, and, you know, it doesn't feel like it's gonna break on you if you roughhouse it a little. So, but yeah. So that's kind of the unboxing experience, and now we're actually gonna go into some audio tests, and I can kind of review the product. Okay, everyone, now we're back down here at Cube Farm, my little machine here, and we have our HyperX headset here, our new HyperX headset, and our Logitech headset, which I've been using for about as long as I can remember, about as long as I've been doing YouTube, for that matter. Now, the Logitech is a wireless headset, completely wireless, so you can walk around with it, like I mentioned earlier in the unboxing, and you can keep it over your head, and you can just keep walking around and doing whatever, and do whatever you need to. And the mic will just swing up if you don't need it. So it's a very small, kind of compact headset. You know, it can fold and do all of that fancy stuff. Obviously, HyperX is somewhat disadvantaged at that, because they did not design this for mobility in mind necessarily, hence why they have the pouch for you to put everything in. But they have the microphone that clips in here on the bottom, and they've got this really nice shielded cable that runs all of your stuff. Now, it splits into two cables, one of which being the headset and one of which being the microphone. So we have the audio and the microphone. But those go into another audio control box here, which has like volume and mute and all those fancy functions, and then that extends, which plugs into your computer. They also gave you the extension cable, which I will not need to use, thankfully, especially to reach the front of my computer. And so the only thing really left to do is judge how it works. What does it sound like? What does the microphone sound like? Because those are really important, especially when you're spending quite a lot of money on a product that has good presentation in its packaging. So let's go ahead and start that out. Take a few listens here. Okay. So I just did my listening test. I listened to a Matthias song, which is more of like a pop sort of thing, pop rap almost. And then I went ahead and listened to some classical, and then I threw on some dubstep here and listened to almost a minute of that. So from what I can tell, it very much sounds the way I expected to. That is, it kind of gives you the open room feel that the Grados do. So they make you feel like you're sitting in the room. But the enclosed experience makes you feel like you're in a room by yourself, listening to the music, as opposed to the music sort of blending into the environment as these do. These let in a lot of sound. They're kind of meant for you to have the music blend with the ambience of the room. And as for these kind of are just open-ended. As you can tell, the ear pads are very much worn from years of use and sweat and all that. But these are kind of the lowest quality sounding, and honestly, the HyperX, they sound pretty good. They're definitely a gaming headset, I can tell, but they're very crisp and they match the details quite well. The last test that I'd like to make before we do all of this and finish this up and everything like that is an audio test, because it obviously has a microphone, but how does that compare to a microphone like the one on the headset versus my condenser mic back here? So I'm actually going to give you 3 clips of audio, one from my headset, one from the HyperX, and then one from my condenser mic. So those will all be played in sequence, and you'll be able to tell which is which.
This is a sound clip from the Logitech wireless headset.
This is a sample from the HyperX headset. And this is a sample from the Samsung CO1U condenser mic. So the general consensus on the audio quality test is that obviously this headset, the Logitech one, sounds like I've expected it to sound, like I remember it sounding. It generally sounds the same as it did when I bought it, which is, definitely, you can tell it's more for Skype calls or stuff like that, not really recording use. It's not even that clear, although it's the only thing I had when I first started out. Actually, the couple of videos where any of the voiceovers or commentary I did were on this headset. It's not something that's that apparent in any of my videos that I posted on YouTube, because when I started posting, I had the condenser mic, but when I actually did a couple of sample videos before I started of like Minecraft commentary, which I still might post at some point, but I use this, and it sounds pretty decent for a headset mic, honest to goodness. Moving on to the HyperX, its sound quality is right where I expected it. You can definitely tell that, it's something you can use for Skype calls and, very clear communication. People are going to be able to understand you. The detail is good. But comparing it to something like the condenser mic, the CO1U here, Samsung, is really not much of a comparison, because this is obviously a dedicated condenser mic that you buy as a standalone unit, which is about $100. Obviously, the Samsung's going to be is going to be the best quality in general. And yeah, so there's my channel right there. Boom! But yeah, so if you're looking for kind of your entry-level gaming headset that has good audio quality and good microphone quality for the price, you're probably going to want to go HyperX, because they treat their products really well from the packaging that I saw. The only thing that I might ask them to do is, for goodness sakes, get me a manual, because I don't know. Audio box right here, I was able to figure out what some of these do, but I'm still kind of uncertain as to the exact function of all of these. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching my first review. If you guys liked it, give it a like if you guys disliked it, dislike it, stuff like that, you know. Let me know how this first review went, because I tried my best to kind of make it succinct and quick and all of that. Especially in my editing, I tried to sort of condense everything together. But obviously there are going to be some mistakes that I make, and I'm kind of prepping this sort of style of video for something that's coming up, which was actually, all of that stuff was off camera earlier when I was doing the actual unboxing, so tantalize you with that idea. It's an experiment, so I just want to see how this format kind of goes, so your feedback is, as always, appreciated, and until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Seth from Google Productions, and I'll see you next time.